Now, here's where most men get it wrong from the very beginning. They jump into a conversation or a relationship thinking, asterisk, what do I want? Asterisk, how can I get her to give me this? Whether it's affection, loyalty, attention, respect, or intimacy, they walk in with a script already rehearsed. But they haven't taken a single moment to study the mind of the woman standing in front of them. And that's why they lose. Because when you don't understand what moves her, what shapes her reactions, what she fears, what she's protecting herself from, you're negotiating in the dark. See, women are not linear in their psychology the way most men are. We're taught to chase results, cause, effect. Step A, step B, but women operate from emotional reasoning. Meaning, asterisk, how she feels about what you're saying matters more than the words you're actually saying. Asterisk, she's not listening to you logically, she's asterisk feeling asterisk you emotionally. That's why two men can say the same sentence and only one gets through, because it's not just about what you say. It's about how deeply you understand the terrain you're walking into. You ever notice how a woman can be physically present but emotionally absent? You're talking, she's nodding, but you know she's not with you. That's not disinterest, that's disconnection. And disconnection happens when a woman doesn't feel asterisk understood. Asterisk not heard, asterisk understood. Asterisk there's a difference. You can listen all day and still miss the point. But when you understand the lens through which she sees the world, her upbringing, her wounds, her feminine pride, her insecurities, now you speak to her asterisk reality, asterisk not just her ears. And the moment she feels understood, you open the door to influence. Now, I'm not saying you gotta become a psychologist or dissect every woman like a case file. That's not what this is. I'm saying pay attention. Pay attention to what makes her go quiet. Pay attention to what she repeats. Pay attention to the tone she uses when she talks about her past. There's truth under the surface, always. And when you get good at reading it, when you become fluent in emotional language, you start to see patterns. You'll notice she pushes people away before they can hurt her, or that she tests men to see if they'll stay, or that she hides her vulnerability behind independence. All that tells you one thing: her resistance isn't rejection, it's self-protection. So when you ask for something, whether it's a shift in behavior, a deeper connection, or even something physical, don't just demand it. Understand where her mind is first. Anticipate the emotional walls she's built and walk around them with care. Make her feel safe before you make her feel obligated. Show her that what you want asterisk doesn't conflict asterisk with her emotional survival. Show her that your desire doesn't threaten her. It protects her. That's when the dynamic shifts. That's when she starts leaning in instead of pulling away. Because now, you're not just a man asking for something. You're the man who asterisk gets her. Asterisk, and in a world where most men don't even try. That alone makes you rare. Let me leave you with this. When you take the time to understand her world, you gain the power to shape how she responds to yours. And the man who sees her clearly without judgment, without fear, is the man she'll move mountains for. Understand her first, the rest follows. Most men think control is about dominance, about being louder, tougher, more assertive. But let me tell you something, the men who get what they want from women 99% of the time, they don't shout. They don't force. They lead quietly, intentionally, with presence, and it's not because they're trying to impress her. It's because they've built themselves into someone she asterisk wants asterisk to follow. There's a difference between control and leadership. Control is reactive, leadership is rooted. A controlled man needs constant validation, needs things to go his way to feel secure. A leader moves with a calm direction. He doesn't beg for energy. He shifts the energy in the room just by standing in it. And women feel that, not on the surface, but deep in their nervous system. Her subconscious knows the difference between a man who's pretending to be strong and a man who asterisk doesn't need to pretend. Asterisk C, the strongest men don't try to dominate a woman's will. They draw her into alignment with theirs. Not by manipulation, not by game playing, but by walking so clearly in their purpose, in their values, in their emotional clarity, that the woman naturally falls into rhythm with it. He's not dragging her along, he's inviting her into a reality that feels safer, more grounded, more alive than what she's used to. That's the essence of masculine leadership. It's not what you demand, it's what you asterisk emanate. Asterisk now, don't confuse that with passivity. The warfare more intense, greater I'm telling you to be still enough to asterisk, no asterisk, what direction you're going in before you open your mouth. Most men try to lead without a compass, they just want to control outcomes without understanding intention. But when your intention is clear, when you're grounded in who you are and what you expect not from neediness, but from inner alignment, you become the stable force she gravitates toward. And when a woman feels that, she asterisk relaxes. Asterisk, and when she relaxes, she listens. You ever notice how women test men? Pull away, say something sharp, ask loaded questions. That's not just drama, that's her checking to see if you're steady. She wants to know, asterisk, can you hold the frame when things get uncomfortable? Asterisk, can you stay rooted when her emotions spike? When she pushes back, will you fold? Or will you stay present without breaking? Leadership is being able to say, this is where I'm going, and never needing to raise your voice about it. It's making decisions based on values, not moods. It's knowing when to speak and when to let silence work for you. It's guiding with suggestion, with example, with presence, not pressure. A woman will resist a dictator, but she'll asterisk choose asterisk to follow a king. Not because she's weak, but because he gives her something to surrender to, asterisk direction without ego. Asterisk, so if you want to lead her, lead yourself first. Know your mind, own your emotions, and when you speak, let it come from a place of quiet certainty. Not arrogance, not desperation, just truth. That's what she's looking for, not a man who tells her what to do. A man who makes her asterisk want asterisk to do it, because she trusts his clarity more than her own chaos. Here's the truth, a woman follows a man who leads with strength, not noise. So stop performing, start guiding, be the man who doesn't need to convince because his presence already speaks the answer. Most men are out here waiting for a green light, waiting for the right moment, the perfect sign, the guaranteed outcome before they make a move. And I get it, rejection stings, failure bruises the ego, but here's the hard truth. The man who gets what he wants from women isn't the man who plays it safe. He's the man who speaks with intent, with clarity, with grounded confidence that says, asterisk, this is what I want and I'm not afraid of what happens next. Asterisk women don't respond to hesitation. They respond to asterisk energy. Asterisk, and that energy doesn't come from rehearsed lines or trying to say the right thing. It comes from a man who is aligned with his truth. Not loud, not arrogant, just firm, intentional, certain. When you move from that place, you don't need permission. You give direction. You create a frame, and either she steps into it or she steps away, but at least now you've made the terms asterisk clear. Asterisk C, indecisiveness kills attraction. When a woman senses that you're afraid to offend, afraid to assert, afraid to want too much, she doesn't feel safer around you. She feels like she has to take the lead, and once that dynamic shifts, it's hard to get back, because now she's in her masculine, and you're just orbiting around her, hoping to be chosen. But when you move with intent, when your words are backed by your values and not your fears, asterisk, everything changes. Asterisk, you don't ask, asterisk, is it okay if I call you sometime? Asterisk, you say, asterisk, I want to see you. This weekend, what's your availability? Asterisk, you don't say, asterisk, maybe we could talk about where this is going. Asterisk, you say, asterisk, here's what I'm looking for, where do you stand? Asterisk, that shift, right there, is the difference between passively hoping for alignment and actively creating it. Now don't get it twisted. Speaking with intent doesn't mean being cold or robotic. It means speaking asterisk from your core. Asterisk from that place where your words are congruent with your values, your energy, and your direction. You're not seeking her approval. You're not trying to impress. You're simply letting her see who you are and what you expect, and giving her the dignity to either rise to it or walk away. You see, when a man truly owns his intent, he's not attached to the outcome. He doesn't crumble if she says no. He doesn't chase validation to feel like a man. He stands in his offer like a mountain, unmoved. That's what creates real influence. Not because you manipulated her into saying yes, but because you presented something clear, real, and strong enough for her to asterisk choose. Asterisk, and let me tell you something else, women are starving for men like that. Not perfect men, not rich men, but asterisk honest, certain, intentional asterisk men. Men who say what they mean what they say, and don't fold under pressure. Because that kind of energy makes her feel like she can finally rest, finally trust, finally asterisk stop guessing asterisk about where things are headed. So if you're still waiting for permission, still softening every sentence, still trying to read her mind before you speak, understand, you're not protecting her. You're avoiding yourself, and no woman can follow a man who won't even follow his own voice. Here's the bottom line. If you want to get what you want, you have to be bold enough to name it, and secure enough to stand by it, even if the answer is no. Speak with intent, walk with truth, and let the world adjust around you. Here's something most men never understand. It's not what you give a woman that keeps her interested, it's what she asterisk feels like she could lose. Asterisk, and no, I'm not talking about playing games or acting like you're too busy to care. I'm talking about the quiet, unshakable power of mystery. The kind that comes from being a man who doesn't need to overshare, over-explain, or overcompensate. A man who knows his worth even when no one is watching. That's emotional leverage, and it's what separates the forgettable from the unforgettable. See, women aren't just drawn to what you asterisk show asterisk them. They're pulled toward what they asterisk can't quite figure out. Asterisk, and not in a manipulative way, but in a way that triggers curiosity, desire, and respect. When you give away too much too soon, your whole life story, your feelings before they've even earned your vulnerability, your constant attention, you rob her of the very tension that attraction needs to breathe. You give her certainty before she's even felt the value of your presence. Mystery doesn't mean silence. It means asterisk depth. Asterisk, it means having a life, a purpose, a center of gravity that exists whether she's in the picture or not. A woman wants to feel chosen, not like you're desperate for her approval. If she senses that your emotional state depends on her affection, she'll lose respect before you even realize what happened. Because now, instead of standing tall in your identity, you've made her the sun around which you orbit. And no woman wants that kind of pressure, not long term. The paradox here is powerful. The more you're willing to asterisk walk away asterisk, the more she'll want to asterisk stay close. Asterisk, not because you threatened her, but because she senses that you're whole without her. And that wholeness, that self-contained energy, that's what creates pull. You don't have to chase what naturally gravitates towards strength. Now, let's be real. There's a fine line between mystery and manipulation. This isn't about withholding affection to gain control. It's about asterisk earning respect through presence. Asterisk, it's about letting your silence speak sometimes louder than your explanations. It's about trusting that your value doesn't need to be proven with every message, every compliment, every just checking in. Some things gain power when you don't say them right away. Some truths become more valuable when they're revealed with time, not tossed out in the first hour. You want to create real emotional leverage, build a life that makes you proud, with or without her. Develop the discipline to stay centered when things don't go your way. Don't chase validation. Don't respond to every test. Let her wonder where your mind goes when you're quiet. Let her earn access to the parts of you that most men would hand over for free. That's how you create asterisk value. Asterisk, and once she senses that you don't need her, but you asterisk want asterisk her, that's when she starts leaning in. Because now it's a choice, not a transaction. She's not reacting to pressure. She's responding to gravity. And that kind of pull can't be faked. It's built, brick by brick, through how you live, how you think, how you carry yourself when no one's watching. So remember this, when you stop chasing approval and start cultivating presence, the game changes. Not because you learned how to manipulate emotions, but because you became a man whose energy is a mystery she asterisk wants asterisk to solve. In a world full of noise and neediness, be the quiet storm. Let her feel your depth before she knows your story. There's a moment in every interaction, doesn't matter if it's the first conversation or the 5th year of a relationship, when the balance of power shifts. And the question is always the same. Are you reacting to her frame, or are you holding your own? Most men lose not because they weren't good enough, but because they asterisk broke frame. Asterisk, they let their emotions override their principles. They responded from insecurity instead of intention, and when that happens even once, you tell her everything she needs to know about your internal structure. Let me break this down. A woman will test you, not to be difficult, but to asterisk feel your strength. Asterisk, it's not always conscious. It's biological. She needs to know that the man she's engaging with isn't easily rattled, that he won't crumble under emotional pressure, that he doesn't need to win every argument to feel like a man, that he can stay asterisk grounded asterisk when the storm hits. Because if your mood shifts every time hers does, if your voice rises when she pushes a button, you're not in control, your emotions are. Now, when I say control the frame, I don't mean control her, I mean asterisk you control the environment you operate in. Asterisk the psychological tone. The emotional weather, the direction of the energy between you. A man who owns the frame isn't reactive, he's responsive. And those are two very different things. Reactivity is fast, impulsive, insecure. It's that need to defend, explain, justify. But response is deliberate, grounded, unmoved. It's you saying asterisk, I see what you're doing, I'm not taking the bait, asterisk, and trust me, she'll notice. The moment she throws a sarcastic comment and you smile instead of snapping, when she tries to pull you off your center and you stay calm, curious, maybe even a little amused, that's the moment she starts seeing you differently, not as a man trying to control her, but as a man who asterisk can't be controlled. Asterisk, that's where respect is born. But here's the part most guys miss. Controlling the frame starts with knowing who you are asterisk before asterisk the conversation even begins. If you don't have principles, values, and standards already locked in, she will define them for you. You'll find yourself agreeing just to keep the peace, apologizing just to avoid conflict, saying yes when your soul is screaming no. And every time you do that, you trade integrity for approval. And that's a price you never want to pay. Holding the frame isn't about winning, it's about staying rooted in your identity. It's knowing that your energy, your peace, your clarity, they're not negotiable. So when she tests you, when she withdraws, when she gets emotional or uncertain, you don't match her chaos. You stay still, present, unshaken. That's the real flex. That's when she starts leaning in, not because you demanded it, but because you asterisk earned asterisk it. Because here's what most men never realize. A woman doesn't need you to be perfect. She needs you to be asterisk consistent, asterisk steady. She needs to feel that even when she's spinning, asterisk you're not. Asterisk that she can bring her storm and you won't drown in it. That's what makes her trust you. That's what makes her follow you. That's what makes her asterisk choose asterisk you. So if you want to get what you want from women not just once, but again and again, don't chase control. Command your presence, hold your frame, let your calm be louder than her chaos, because the man who doesn't react to pressure becomes the one she asterisk relies asterisk on. You ever wonder why some men, without saying much, without trying too hard, get everything they want from women. Respect, attention, affection, even devotion. It's not because they're the best looking. It's not because they've got the most money or the smoothest words. It's because they've mastered something deeper. They make women feel understood. Not just heard, not just listened to. Understood. And that's rare, because let's be honest, most men listen with the intention to respond, not to connect. They hear the words, but they miss the emotion behind them. They try to fix things, solve problems, offer solutions, and they miss the heart of what's really going on. A woman isn't always looking for answers. Sometimes she just needs to feel like someone sees through the performance. That someone can read the silence between the sentences, that someone isn't scared of her intensity, her pain, her contradiction. That's what makes her open up. That's what makes her give. And when a woman gives from that place, not because she feels pressured, not because you said the right things, but because she feels seen that's when you start getting what you want from her on a level that's real, organic, lasting. Here's where it gets psychological. Women operate primarily through emotional memory. She might forget what you said, but she'll never forget how you made her feel. And if she feels misunderstood, dismissed, minimized, even subtly, it doesn't matter how much effort you think you're putting in, you've lost influence. But if she feels understood, truly understood, her defenses drop. Her heart opens, and suddenly, all the things you were asking for, respect, loyalty, intimacy, she starts offering them willingly. Now that kind of understanding takes more than just words. It takes emotional intelligence, awareness, patience. It means when she's upset, you don't rush to calm her down so you can feel better. You let her speak. You listen to what she's not saying. You ask yourself, where's this coming from? What's the wound behind this behavior? You become a mirror, not a critic. You reflect her truth back to her in a way that makes her feel safe, not judged. And don't misunderstand me, this isn't about pandering. This isn't about bending over backwards to be agreeable. It's about tuning in to what's real. You can challenge a woman, you can correct her, you can hold your boundaries, but when it's coming from a place of genuine understanding, it lands differently. Because now she knows you're not reacting from ego, you're responding from insight. The truth is, women are complex, layered, often guarded, and for good reason. They've had to protect themselves. They've had to survive a world that often misunderstands their depth. So when a man shows up and gets it not through flattery, not through performance, but through presence, that man becomes unforgettable. She remembers the man who felt her when she didn't even have the words yet, and that right there, that's the kind of man she wants to please. The kind she wants to open up to, the kind she trusts. Because if you can understand her when she's chaotic, she'll give you everything when she's calm. So don't just aim to be heard, aim to understand. Don't just listen for what's convenient, listen for what's true. Because when a woman feels understood by you, she stops resisting and starts responding. And here's what I want you to walk away with. Understanding her isn't weakness, it's strategy, it's strength. It's the gateway to everything you're trying to build. Because when she feels seen, she doesn't just hear you. She follows you.